Alyssa from Livia in Rochester. If you're new here with my workouts, just a little about myself. I have a bachelor's degree in exercise science from Concordia University in St. Paul, and then also about 15 years of just training personally with my own schedule. So here today for a total body strength workout. This workout's about 30 minutes long. The equipment, you'll need some sort of resistance if you're at that level. Otherwise, a lot of the moves can just be done with your body weight. Resistance can be anything from water bottles or soup cans to some light hand weights. This is what I'm using today. Or if you have like a kettlebell, you can sometimes work one of those in, or some resistance bands. Whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you have available. Also, take breaks as needed for water or just to catch your breath. Don't feel ashamed to tap out for a second and come back when you're ready. And if you're new to any exercise program, talk with your doctor and just make sure that you're good to get started. So, okay, to warm up, I like to do about 30 seconds of each exercise. I have about 4 exercises that I like to stick with. So, first off is just jogging in place. So we'll do that for 30 seconds. Just a light jog. Get everything kind of loosened up. Got about 15 seconds here. We're going into some punches. 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, for the punches, you plant your feet, kind of bend the knees a little, and we're punching across the body. So really twisting through the core, loosening up the upper body and the core. So do this for about 30 seconds. We've got 15 seconds left. And we're moving on to jumping jacks. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next we're doing jumping jack. 30 seconds here. Jumping jacks are a really good move to get warmed up. You're also getting that jump in there, so plyometric exercise is always good to increase your heart rate. After this, we've got skaters. 3, 2, 1. Skaters is our last warm-up move, so start on the far side of your living room or wherever you're at. We're jumping and planting, almost like a speed skate type of move. Other side, we've got 30 seconds. Make sure you give yourself enough room. I've demonstrated before what it looks like if you don't. This is a really good move to loosen up the lower body. Get ready for exercise. After this, we'll get right into our workout. Starting with the lower body, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so our first exercise is going to be quadriceps, or front of the legs, front of the thighs. You can grab your weights or whatever resistance you're using. Coming into a squat that's a little bit different than just a regular back squat. This is going to be a plie squat. So if you think of like ballet, plie move, your toes are pointed pretty far out. Legs are pretty far apart, a little further than shoulder width. But your knees should be in line over your ankles. So you can take your weights if you want. If not, body weight's good. We've got 30 here, so we're sitting back. So you notice how my legs still at a 90-degree angle, and we're pushing up. 2, 3. Focusing on form here, so don't worry too much about weights. 4. I'm going to show you from the side what it would look like. Toes pointed out. See, I'm sitting back. 5, 6. So even though my knees are going out, I'm pushing, sitting back. 7, 8. All right, I'm going to take the tempo here. 9, going to 30, 10. If you need to go a little slower, just really focusing on your form. 11, Don't worry about that. 13, 14. This is too easy. You can add weight. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You can't go all the way down, and you can go about halfway. That's good too. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, last one, 30. Great. Next we're going into our hamstrings. For this you'll want to come down to your mat. Doing a reverse hyperextension. So if you have a resistance loop or a band that you want to tie around your ankles, that adds some more resistance here, but otherwise focusing on the move body weight, coming down flat on our stomach and relaxing the upper body. We're lifting up through our hamstrings and our glutes, so the back of our legs, those muscles in the back, and our bum sitting muscles, pulling up. So that's, we're going for 20 here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. My upper body's taking a break. 4, just holding my arms out for support. 5, 6, I'm increasing the tempo here now, guys. 7, 8, feet should be pretty far apart. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome. Flipping over, we're going to do our sitting muscles, so our glutes, back side. For this, we're doing a one-legged glute bridge. So I'll demonstrate with my right leg first so you can see my left leg will be down, right leg is bent, I'm flat on my back. I'm going to push up through my heel with my planted foot, and it's going to raise my bum off the floor. We're pulling up at the same time with our hips, keeping our back straight. Here we go. And let the leg that you're resting should be raised. So here we go. 1, we're going for 10 on each side. 2, 3, keep your hips aligned the whole time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and we'll switch sides. 10. So switching to the left leg, drop the right, plant the left foot. You'll push up through your left heel, pulling up through your hips. Here we go for 10. 1, 2. Make sure when you lower, it's controlled movement. 3. Not just dropping our body to the ground. 4, 5. You're also working that muscle 6 on the way down. Eccentric movement. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Awesome. Now we're moving into our upper body, so we're starting with our chest. Going into a push-up position, we're going to do a diamond push-up. So for this, your hands are going to be in a diamond shape. They're going to come together in front of you, right under your chest. These are going to be tough, so I recommend starting on your knees. I don't like to have the pad underneath my toes, so I scoot down, but it's up to you how you like that. I'm going to demonstrate on the knees first. Hands in the diamond position. My upper body straight and coming down. We're going to do as many as we can. So if you can do 1, even if it's 1 on your knees, that's good. That's a start. Next time you're going to do 2. Here we go. As many as possible. 1, 2, 3. you're doing it on your toes, a regular push-up will look like this. As many as possible. You can see they're a little tough. I'm coming back to my knees, but if you can do them full on, perfect. Knees are good. You're still getting a good workout here. A little bit different. The hand position is a little bit different than regular push-ups, so you're going to feel it differently. As many as you can there. Then we'll move on to our back. For your back, we're doing YTWL. Here's where I would add in some resistance if you have. Otherwise, body weight is fine. Just put your hands in a fist. Starting with the Y, we're going to do 10 each. So bending over at the knees, back should be neutral. You're not going to be slumped like this. You're not going to be arched over the top like this. So neutral's fine. Knees slightly bent. Neck should be in a neutral position. Raising up into a Y shape. Demonstrate from the front here. Y. So we're doing 10 Ys. Then we're going to do the T's. We're going straight out to make a T. Okay? W looks more like this. You see a bit more of a W shape. You can feel it that way. Looks like this. It's almost like the Y, but you're keeping your elbows bent. Then we have L's. They're going to look like this. Bending just at the elbows 90 degrees. Okay, so starting with the Y's, we've got 10 of each. Here we go. Knees slightly bent. Neutral spine. Raising up into the Y, we've got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Moving to the T's. 1, got 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should really be pinching in between your shoulder blades. 8, feeling that in the back. 9, 10. W's, just like the Y, except we're bending at the elbows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, now we're moving to the L's, 10, L's. So bending at the elbows, going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done. All right. You can feel that in your back. If you're squeezing in between your shoulder blades, that's where you want to really work that upper back. It's going to help with posture, just strengthening those muscles. It's going to help with a lot of things, but posture is the main thing. Moving on, doing our shoulders here. This move in the weightlifting community is known as an Arnold Press, after Arnold Schwarzenegger. If any of you are familiar with that name. We're starting elbows bent 90 degrees, and our weights in our hand, or if you have a fist, your palms are facing you. So if you're holding the weight in your hand, the weight's going to be facing you. If you're holding a fist, your fingers are going to be facing you. So from here, we're pushing up, but we're also turning out at the same time. So as we're raising, we're turning our wrists and pushing the weights away from us, or facing them away from us. So here we go. I'm going to demonstrate, and then we're going to do 15. So here's the starting position, going up, and step back to make sure everything's visible here. As we go up, we're spinning the weight out. And then as we lower back down, we're turning them again towards us. So here we go. 1, back in. 2, back in. 3, in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, one more, 15. Awesome. From there, we're moving into our triceps, or the back of the arms. So this muscle in the back of the arms, if any of you have problems with, a little arm jiggle, this is what's gonna help with that. You can't really spot condition fat, so you can't just train one area and burn fat there, but you can definitely increase your muscle. So doing a tricep kickback, so it looks a lot like this, or it looks just like this. Bend the knees. You're gonna hold the weights up with your elbows 90 degrees, but the weight should be tucked into your body. And without dropping our elbows or pushing them out, keeping the elbows in the same spot, we're just pushing the weight back and raising it up. And here we go. We got 15. This is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to show you from the front so you can see that my elbows are not moving. 4. Just be in the same spot. 5. So I'm kind of pointing my chest out. 6, 7. Spine is neutral. Neck is neutral. 8. 9. If the weight's too heavy, just use your fist. 10. 11. 12. 13. 2 more. 14. We're going to hold the last one. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop it. Okay, awesome. Moving on to the front of our arms, aka biceps. So that muscle in the front that can get a little round, nice little curve there. That's called the bicep, front of the arms. For this, we're going to do some curls. It doesn't matter how much weight you have. If you're just swinging your arms, you're not going to get a bicep workout, front of the arms. So in order to really feel that muscle, you really have to focus on that muscle and really control your movements and flex the muscle at the same time. So it's very concentrated. So really concentrating on this muscle while you're doing this exercise. First, for curls, we're doing a regular curl. So we're starting, weights just down. Feet should be shoulder width apart. You're in a pretty relaxed position here, but your knees should be somewhat bent. You don't ever want to lock your knees out. Just neutral position. Arms down at our sides. Pulling the weight up. Remember, focusing really on that muscle. Make sure you're not swinging your arms. You're controlling the movement all the way down and all the way up. Really holding in that curl. We got 10 each, starting with a regular curl, and we'll move to an inner curl. So I just demonstrated a regular curl. An inner curl is pointing the weight out about 45 degrees. So same movement, elbows are into the body, and we're pulling up and releasing slowly and controlled. It's just the way that we're pointing our weights is a little bit different. After that, we've got 10 of those. After that, we're switching to hammer curls. So the weight is just directly at our side, and we keep if you have weights, or if you have your fist, you're keeping your fist in a neutral position. So instead of turning it front or back, you're just at your sides. So, this is a hammer curl. We have a regular roll bicep curl, inner curl, turning the weight about 45 degrees out, and then a hammer curl. So just the way we turn our weights. The curl is the exact same, so here we go. Okay, so we're starting with the regular curls first. We've got 10. 1, really focus on that muscle. 2, front of the arms. You should feel it. 3, 4, nice and slow and controlled. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, and we're switching our hand placement. 10, angle here. Inner, so we're switching, pulling the weights out at 45 degrees. 10, 1. You should feel this one in a little bit different way. 2, but you should still be feeling the same curl. 3. Focus on that muscle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more, 10. Now we're switching to our hammer curls, so just feet or hands right at your sides. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Awesome job. All right. Lastly, we just have our core, our abdominal muscles for the most part we are focusing. We are going to do some planks. So we'll do a plank for about a minute or as long as you can. So holding it as long as you can. And then we are going to do some core twists. So I'll show you what that looks like. You can use your weights for those. We're coming down to the mat for the planks. We're going to hold for 1 minute, or like I say, as long as you can. Just from that here, and hold. So coming up on your forearms, some people will do a plank on their hands. It's totally up to you. If you can do it on your knees, that's fine. But if you can hold a plank, your back should be flat. Spine is not bent down like this. You're not arching like this. You should be upper body flat all the way down, lower body to your toes. So holding up through the abdominal muscles, pulling up through the core, holding steady that way. If you need to drop down to your knees, that's fine. Got about 15 seconds left until we're at a minute. And 2, 1. All right. You can grab a weight, or if you have a medicine ball to work. Whatever works, whatever you've been using for resistance will be fine. But you can get creative too. I'm gonna angle my mat a little bit differently so that you guys can see how I hold my weight as well. So you're coming onto your, just having a seat here. You're going to have your legs up. You're raising your legs up and you're kind of leaning back as if you're leaning in a recliner, but you're holding yourself up through your muscles. So holding the abdominals in, the core, and taking this weight, or if you have your hands in a fist, whatever you'd like, just spinning to one side and then over to the next. We're not all over the place. Holding, and we're just turning our shoulders and our core. All right? So here we go. We've got 10 on each side. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. Good. Awesome. And you guys can add more into that if you'd like. You can do the abdominal workout a couple times through is what I would recommend. But for purposes of time here, keeping our workout to 30 minutes, we're going to get right into our cool down. So that was it. You guys did awesome. Thank you for working along that with me. So for cool down here, I just like to stretch out from working my way from the bottom up. So starting with the hamstrings or the back of the legs today. Just gonna drop down, keep your legs straight. Hold this position for as long as you'd like. Just without bending your knees, as far down as you can go. You can go to here, you can go all the way down. Just just working in more flexibility as you go along. Next, we're going to go back to the mat, flexing or stretching the back of our legs here on the floor. So same thing, without bending the knees, just reaching towards the toes. Awesome. And I like to come up, get the front of the legs here. You're grabbing the back of your front of your foot here, kicking it behind you, pulling it into your body. Keeping your body straight. You don't want to do any of this, or just keeping it in a straight line. Get a good stretch there, and then switch sides. If you need the wall for support, that's fine, or just your arm out to kind of counterbalance. Should get a good stretch on the front of the thigh, on the leg. You kind of kick your legs out a little bit. Like to do a little upper body stretch, so you can stretch the chest, clasping the hands behind your back, stretching, pulling them back and stretching up through the chest. Hold that. We get a good stretch. Release. We'll do our shoulders here, so cross one arm over the body, wrap the other arm around and pulling away. Get a good stretch there, and then switch sides. Alright, and then a little back of the arm stretch here, so one arm goes up, behind, the other arm is pulling in the elbow, just like you just hold straight back. Hold that, do a good stretch there. Switch sides. That's it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you got a good workout in. If you have any questions about any of the workouts or any of the moves that we did in this video, you can send those questions to fitness@olivia.com in the form of an email. We post new videos every Monday through Friday on our Facebook page and at olivia.com, so check us out there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.